Hi guys, this is Ray from Regards Ray. I have a question for you. Have you ever wondered why you were born and what you were meant to do here on Earth? Wait, no one? Just me?
Uh-huh.
I mean, life isn't so easy here on Earth. So why in the world am I being put through all this, I was going to say suffering. Suffering? There must be a purpose for this, right? Well, lucky us, that's what we're going to talk about today. We're talking about what our true life purpose or higher purpose is. And it's my small hope that at the end of the video, you all walk away feeling better about this topic. By the way, if you're new here, and I know most of you are because, let's face it, I'm a loner here in my YouTube corner. In this channel, we talk about practical spiritual ideas, such as who we are, how to create with intention, how to find out our mission, our calling, the awakening process, and etc. I mean, the list goes on. So if you're someone who's been thinking about these deeper level things, then you're in the right place. Anyway, guys, stop dragging. Let's get on with it. The truth is, there isn't a grand purpose in life, at least not in the way that we think. I mean, when we think about a grand purpose, we sort of think that, before we were born, God, source, spirit, the universe gave us a mission and told us, okay, you go down and this is what you're going to have to do. But you're not going to remember what the mission is. You're going to have to discover what the mission is, right? And then we come down to earth, and in our amnesia, we completely forget what we're supposed to do. And we feel lost for a while. And then slowly, maybe we stumble upon a situation, or maybe we stumble upon a job where we suddenly recognize it. Oh my God, this was my purpose in life. This is my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to do, right? Well, I would say it doesn't actually work this way. Now, hear me out. I know people are going to disagree with me. It's fine. But hear me out, okay? Let's say you have a pet. I have a pet rabbit that I absolutely love and adore. And that pet that you have just comes up to you and says, I really don't know what my purpose is. I mean, I don't know why I'm here on earth. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what to do. What is my mission? What is my purpose? Let's say your pet asks you that question. What would you say to your pet? You know what I would say to my rabbit, my animal companion? I would say, what in the world? Why are you thinking about that? You are enough. You being born was enough. You being born and somehow God leading you to me, Spirit leading you to me, and you being by my side is enough. All I want from you is to be happy. All I want from you is to, be yourself. And that's absolutely enough. There's nothing you need to do. There's nothing you need to accomplish for you to feel worthy. For you to feel like, your life is valuable, your life is worthy. Because you just being you being your happy self, that's enough because you give me so much joy and so much laughter and so much happiness. Just you being you. You are cuteness itself. You are love itself. You are enough. That's exactly what I would tell my bunny if my bunny were to come up to me and ask that question. And I would totally mean it from the bottom of my heart. All I would want my bunny to be is to be happy and to be herself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if that's how we feel about someone that we love, I think God, source, spirit, universe, spirit, whatever, would love us at least that much and would feel exactly the same toward us as we would feel toward our animal companion. So, yeah, in a sense, I think we're enough. us just existing and being ourselves and doing whatever makes us happy and whatever makes us curious and whatever makes us motivated and inspired and just going through life trying to experiencing this and that. I think that's enough. I think that is our ultimate purpose in life. Okay, but I understand what people are searching for because I was searching for exactly the same thing. You see, I wanted to become someone who would create a big impact in humanity. I wanted to help people wake up. I wanted to inspire people, move people, right? That's the person that I wanted to be. I wanted somehow to do something grand where I can leave my mark and not just leave my mark, but actually affect a lot of people in positive ways and inspire change and change the world and all that, right? Well, I'm sure that's exactly how a lot of you guys feel. And I'm sure you have this itch where it feels like you're here on a specific mission, you know? And I don't think that's wrong. I don't think that feeling is wrong ever. I think if you have that feeling, I think it's not wrong. I think you probably do have a mission. But you also have to understand that for something like creating a big impact or having a big impact, that's something you really can't create on your own. It's actually created with an agreement with the collective. So here's what I mean. If someone were to come up to you and say, you know what? I want to inspire you. And I'm going to tell you all this stuff. And then at the end, you're going to become inspired by what I say. And then you're going to want to change the world. If someone were to come up to you and say that, I don't know about you. If someone were to come up to me and say that, I would be like, what? That's not really up to you. Let me be the judge of that, right? That's exactly how I would react. I'd be like, okay, you go ahead and say what you want to say, but as to whether I get inspired or not, let me be the judge of that. Let me hear what you say, and if it resonates with me, then yeah, then I think I would be inspired. But if it doesn't, then there's probably nothing you can do to force that inspiration onto me, right? I mean, that's exactly what I would say. I think that illustrates how it all works. You don't force inspiration on other people. You don't make an impact on other people. I mean, there's nothing you can actually do to force someone to become inspired or to push someone into changing their behavior or anything like that. It has to be at an agreement with that person. That person has to allow you to inspire them. They have to accept your words. They first have to agree to listen to you. Second, once they listen to you, they have to agree to accept it. Third, they have to agree to accept your word and then to change their behavior in some way. Do you see what I'm saying? So a lot of it is just you hoping that what you say or what you do is going to inspire other people, but it's really not up to you. It's up to the other person, right? So if you are on a mission to change the world or to create impact or to inspire people, well, what I'm saying is that outcome that you want isn't really up to you. It's up to the collective. It's up to God. Now, you have to think about it. For anything to happen, millions of circumstances have to come together just in the right way to put those exact people in front of you. And those exact people have to be receptive enough, right? And the energy has to be right. The weather has to be right. And what else, right? I mean, it all has to orchestrate in a certain way for a certain atmosphere, right? And then at a deeper level, at a soul level, they all have to somehow agree to allow the inspiration to come to them. And then they have to agree to do something about it afterwards. You see what I'm saying? You're just a small peg in a bigger wheel that's taking place. So, for you to pressure yourself, for you to have that kind of pressure where, oh, I think I was born to do this grand thing, and if I don't do it, I'll be failing my mission. For you to have that kind of pressure on yourself is literally incorrect and also unfair to you. So, what we need to be doing is instead just do what inspires us, just do what we love. Just do that. And then whoever happens to cross our path, whoever happens to look at what we're doing or listen to what we're saying, they might get inspired. And that might create some kind of change in that person. And then so on and so forth. But that kind of outcome can't be manipulated, cannot be intended because it really isn't up to you. Our job is just to be connected with our hearts, be connected to spirit, and then just do what we love and just follow our passion and don't think about creating a certain outcome. Okay, it's going to make sense if you understand how creation works. Now, there are people in history, many, many, many people in history who has had a great impact in the history of humanity, right? So then how did they do it? Did they set out to actually create that impact, like intentionally and very consciously? Or did they just happen to create that impact by chance? Now, I think those people who try to create change, try to change the world intentionally and push that agenda to other people actually had an adverse effect. Like, for example, people like Hitler, Stalin, and so many dictators out there, they all started with the intention of trying to change the world for the better. I don't think any one of them wanted to be remembered as someone who had a negative impact in history, right? But they are remembered then. And I think it's because they pushed their agenda forcefully while being disconnected to source, to God, to spirit. Now, a lot of people didn't agree with what they were doing, and so they weren't really inspired by the dictators. But even though that was recognized, people like Stalin and Hitler would still push their agenda very aggressively and violently at all means. If you try to create change and if you try to create impact and if you try to change the world and you have these lofty ideas, you'll soon find out that it's really not up to you, that you have no control of that. People have to accept it. And you have actually no control over whether people are going to accept you and allow you to affect them. So that part really is up to spirit, up to God. I think a better question to ask ourselves rather than asking ourselves, what is my purpose in life? Rather than asking that question, I think it's better to ask what makes me happy, what makes me joyous, what makes me filled with love, or what makes me expanded. I think those questions are much better because at the end, I think those questions would help you become more aligned to the purpose that Spirit has for you. I don't think we can ever figure out what our purpose is. I think we just live our purpose without actually. I think we live our purpose. I think trying to intend a outcome of anything is gonna make you very frustrated really fast. So instead of that, it's better just to relax and to do what makes you happy. Not just happy, like it doesn't have to make you ecstatic. Just do what comes naturally to you. Yep, I hope that helps. This is Ray. Bye.